I'm an extremely superstitious person when I play. I think about everything, like from the way like my feet are positioned, what chair I'm sitting on, like which side of the setup, like which port I am. I think of a lot.
Even though I feel good, there's always like some kind of pressure, some kind of nerves behind that. Like having everybody trying to beat you at a single place is not easy, right? Unfortunately, in a lot of tournaments, the crowd always wants me to lose. Even if there's only 10 or 20% supporting me, that's still enough to make me stronger. So I felt pressure, but I know I could still win the tournament.
People like watching Leo lose. They liked watching Zero Suit do cool stuff. The crowd, they wanted it.
My name is Leonardo Lopez, better known as MkLeo in the gaming industry, but just call me Leo. Before quarantine, the Smash era was basically just me being the best with some other players like trying to take my spot, but it's always been like that basically. Everybody already knew that I was the best. And last year I was a champion. But when I was younger, my mindset was I want to win for sure, but I still think I feel like some people were fun to play, and even if I was going to lose, it was still fun to play. For example, fighting someone like Mars is always it's also really cool because it's at least not gonna be a boring match, you know? He's also one of the few players that have like gone back and forth against me.
My name is Tyler. My tag is Mars. I'm 23 years old and I play Zero Suit Samus, sadly. I've always, and even to this day, I look up to Leo. When we play, it's like a completely different story. Like that admiration just goes out the window and like competitor brain just immediately turns on and I'm like, I gotta beat this guy. I gotta make him look stupid. That's usually the mentality going into most sets.
He actually has a really good record against me. I believe it's like 10-8, but he's the player that has beaten me the most times, even though the record is still in my favor.
At like the Genesis 7 time, I think everyone was busy, including me, malding about losing to Leo all the time.
Genesis 7 was like the first tournament of 2020. There were a lot of money, so a lot of people were tryharding.
Smash in like the Genesis 7 era, it felt like at that point, everyone had like finally figured out how to play their characters, like the counterplay against all of the other top players. So people were finally settling in to like who was actually good, who has the potential to upset other people. And it was pretty concrete. Like we knew who like the really good players were, and there were a lot less upsets. People were settling in, but characters were still coming out. Genesis, it's my tournament. It was my breakout tournament in Smash 4, so it means a lot to me. It was the first major I ever went to, also the first major I ever top 8'd. I met a lot of new people there. It's got a special place in my heart.
This one tournament, I was feeling really confident because the two tournaments before that, I actually won them. So I went into Genesis feeling really, really good. I had some really tough matches, but nothing to worry about until the top 8.
Zero Suit Samus as a character, like, she's a lot of different things. So she can be like really heavy bait and punish, and that's primarily what you see. A lot of people believe in like super campy Zero Suit, and that's mostly what you see from like the lower level people and like even the Wi-Fi. There's also like the aggressive part of it. You know, you can play extremely explosive. So she was a lot more viable then, and a lot more fun to play.
Zero Suit, the example I always give is Zero Suit is the kind of character that kind of does the same thing as Joker. Like, it's so simple that it's so complicated at the same time. Because basically he can do whatever he wants. Once you understand the character, he's like, oh, I'm able to zone down, I'm able to space, I'm able to whiff punish, I'm fast, my advantage is good. Recovery is kind of like the only thing that's missing. He can basically play the game as he likes. And people consider him to be the best character in the game. I never thought like that, but it's still a really strong character.
I was really looking forward to playing against Leo because I was on the verge of winning Genesis at that point, and I'm like, the only way that this win would feel good, like I feel like I earned it, is if I beat Leo.
So everybody wanted to beat me this time.
It was daunting almost, because like we're the last game for Genesis, so you have the entire time from the morning when you wake up until like 8 p.m. You start having these thoughts like, am I getting tired? Like, or am I lying to myself? You have a lot to stew on, and when you're just sitting there, like waiting to start, you get really nervous.
Nerves is something supernatural when it comes to the human, right? So humans are always going to feel nervous. I mean, it's literally my job. This is what I do in front of a lot of people. I'm trying to survive. I'm going to win money. This is what I do. Like, of course I'm going to be nervous, like no matter what, but I guess I learned how to control it.
MkLeo doing what he does best, getting the grand finals. Will it result in another Genesis win?
People like watching Leo lose. They liked watching Zero Suit do cool stuff. The crowd, they wanted it.
Jesus. Can I get some space? That's what Mars is looking for. Finally gets himself some hits here. Well, probably gonna have a, oh my God! We're gonna have a volatile match here, folks.
I just had to win certain interactions for 6 games straight, which is really hard to do, but not impossible. So I was just like, oh, I think I can do it. It's easy, but whew.
You know, the tides could be turning.
Oh, here we go.
Wait.
Here we go. Okay.
Damn! Dude, the stocks are dropping like flies right now.
Who's gonna take it? Who wants it more?
Oh!
Leo? Not
Barely.
quite.
The pacing of that game is really interesting because I really feel like I was playing really well. I knew he was like panicking in some situations, but I just couldn't take it.
But will he be the difference maker? Not on this exchange. A sigh of relief from Mars as he clutches out that opening game in grand finals.
How did it feel after I took the first game? I mean, it was hard to feel like anything except for just straight up focus. It's hard to take your brain out of like competitor, like beat this dude mode. I'm constantly thinking ahead, big surprise. Like I'll hit like a killing combo and I'm like, and now the crowd will cheer. And now I have to worry about invincibility, like angel platform stuff.
I'm a crowd person, right? I love the crowd. Unfortunately, in a lot of tournaments, the crowd always wants me to lose. I feel like Mars was in control. He had more momentum. Mars is a really momentum-based player. So if you give him momentum, it's hard to come back.
Mars, MkLeo, first game going to Mars, very clutch game, but I mean, just they are literally scrapping right now.
Yeah.
Mars has always been one of my favorite players to play against. He's also one of the few players that have like gone back and forth against me.
And Mars always finding the way to just get back in the game. As soon as I noticed that, like, oh, he hasn't really got the, oh my God!
Why not? Why not go for it, bro? I mean, especially the way the match started out. Mars yet again finding himself down in percent, but as that first stock indicated, that doesn't necessarily define anything, but this time MkLeo not gonna allow him to creep and crawl his way back. I thought that would have been enough. I mean, nonetheless, look at the lead. I would say Leo doesn't have too much to worry about, but that up air, I don't want to have to eat my words here.
As far as like it actually affecting my play, not really. I like the crowd. It probably does give me like a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a kick in the butt to play better.
Very tense right now. The 89%. He's crawling under the Arsene.
Bruh.
Oh, finds the back here. The Arsene is gone.
Oh my God! Did you see the pose? Did you see the pose?
At no point during that set was I like, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna win. Like, once you start thinking like that, you can start choking pretty easily. You start getting greedy. You go for options like that clearly were super obvious and you start throwing.
Everything that comes your way, you just decide how to use it. You decide if it's gonna destroy you or you decide if you're gonna use it at your advantage.
What can you tell me about Game 4 layout?
Game 4 Leo? So despite being extremely superstitious, that is one thing I don't believe in. That's like a myth to me. I think the Game 4 Leo myth kind of like, it definitely plays into like other people in the way that it makes them play worse, you know? Like you get close to beating Leo, you're like, oh, I took a stock, oh, okay, like I'm doing good. I took a game, all right, let's keep it rolling. I took the next game, I'm there. Like I just have to play good, and like you start making mistakes. You play too reserved or you play too aggressive, and you're like, oh no, I'm gonna get Leo'd. It doesn't scare me. I don't. Game 4 Leo isn't real and can't hurt me.
We have got ourselves a grand finals. Clutch mode activated for Mars. He is 1 game away from winning this tournament. 1 game away from taking Genesis 7. Does he have it in him? is the question.
But is he able to bring it back, or is Mars about to close it out in 3-0 fashion? What a dominant tournament this will be for him.
Right, because again, you know, I did kind of touch on the fact that.
Oh my God!
Wow!
Oh.
You know what? We'll take it.
In that moment of like, oh, I'm about to die, I had like a, oh, I can kill him here. Like I can agree to take this stock and trade. I was impressed with my decision making there.
Playing against people that could beat you makes it more fun. It's like it's like if you were surviving. I don't know how to describe it. Like it just feels good for me. It's the best of 5, right?
Honestly, this is like the most lost I've ever seen him look.
I'm saying, like, it's just, it's almost like, and I hate to say it, but a bit of defeat already written all over his face and just giving up that sock. Let me find out. I mean, I love ZSS too, but Joker out here sipping.
Definitely thought he was going to try to get that drag down on the platform. All good.
Definitely a miscue from Mars, but sure staying encouraged. He has a pretty decent lead, also momentum.
The last 2 games were really close, literally last hit. So I was just like, oh, I think I can do it.
Hasn't been much of the difference maker throughout the set thus far, but when MkLeo needs him the most, can he make the impact? I dare say, not
enough.
yet.
Ooh, somehow manages to make it back to stage, and now lining up the back here. Tries to get him the side. Oh my God! No 4P just defeat. Mars is going to take Genesis 7.
I feel like it's too bland to just say it's amazing. You know, I can't actually explain how I felt in words. I think me jumping up and jumping around the stage and crying backstage, I don't even think that does it justice for how good it felt to finally do what I wanted to do. Like, that was my first S-tier win over Leo at my favorite tournament. It's magical.
Just couldn't take it, you know? I was playing the best I could that day. He was just better than me. I never thought I was gonna lose.
It felt real when it happened because I always knew I could do it. I had beaten Leo previously, so I knew it was possible. Like, I thought what was unreal was how good I was playing, especially towards the end.
I feel like at the end, it wasn't really about like who won the game, but it was about playing good ultimate, good smash. That's what people like. Fighting someone like Mars is always, it's also really cool because at least it's not gonna be a boring match, you know? Because sometimes people want me to lose and sometimes people see me playing against boring people or boring characters, but playing against Mars, it's always hype. That's what people like to watch.
Who was Mars at that point?
At the Genesis 7 point? Genesis 7 Mars, who was that? I don't want it to sound sad. That's kind of how it is. You want me to? I think Genesis 7 Mars was the person who wanted to be the best player in the world. And he thought that first step was winning Genesis. So.
Fucking did it.
I fucking did it, dude. Fucked him up 3-0. Where is he? I wish he heard me.
So if you guys had to switch characters and play right now, who do you think would win?
It's me, 100%.
Son of.
Don't even.
I
don't
know.
even.
I don't know.
Don't even.
I don't know. My
like
serious is good.
You know it's not.
Yours kind of bad, bro.
I don't. It doesn't matter.
I'm like, seriously? So
I can't.
funny.
You don't even know what the buttons do. I swear.
I did. I play seriously.
Nobody has a good
I watch
Zero
you play. All I have to do is copy, paste.
You can't copy and paste that. You can't teach the way I play Zero Suit. Literally impossible. You can't copy it. It's.
I just need to be mad crazy.
It won't work. You'll get punished. Absolutely. I'm gonna start shielding and you're gonna shut down.
I'm gonna grab, just like you.
I'm gonna roll. Forward smash. I think it's me, not close.
I'm not saying it would be me, but I'm just saying that like my zeros is good, and your joke is not that good. So
It doesn't need to be good. I am so good versus Zero Suit. I'm too good. You know, I've only ever dropped one game in the Ditto. Ever in Ultimate. I'm nice at the Ditto. I'm nice versus Zero
We're
Suit.
talking about Ditto.
It doesn't matter, dude. You don't like my Joker? I don't like my Joker. Dude, it's so crusty. I
feel like when I'm watching you, you're just playing like a different character. Like you're just not.
It's not.
You're too slow. Like you're not really like.
I've
like baiting out people and like I don't know. I feel like you're just too slow.
If you guys ran it back with the same matchup, do you think it would go the same way?
Now, I'm not saying I'm washed. But hypothetically, if we were to run it back, I might not win.
I think like 70% chance they win.
I think it's very likely you would win.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Partially thanks to the nerfs.
Like Rivalry, that's always been there.
Yeah, I always look forward to playing you.
Yeah, for sure.
Always
You're, I feel like it has to do with something about your playstyle and also your character. Because I don't know, like just playing an aggressive player with a zero suit, it can be
It's good.
boring.
It's fun.
Yeah,
It's fun.
like it's not boring.
It was honestly really back and forth because like I beat you at Gommel, and I think that was like the first time we played it, like a big major, like when everyone kind of like settled into their characters and like the meta was actually starting to develop. And then you beat me the next handful of times. It's honestly hard to remember.
No, I think between Smash Factor and Genesis, main stage happened. You beat me with Mega Man, then I beat you in losers. Then
We don't talk about that. You don't like Mega Man.
No, I don't. I do like Mega Man now because Violet does good, but.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I want to talk about Mega Man. Can I talk about Mega Man?
Yeah, go for it, man.
I think Mega Man's cool.
I hate Mega Man.
Damn it.
I can't, like, dude, I watch Mega Man, I'm just like, dude, no. I don't want to.
You're lucky nobody plays him, I feel. Well, not
lucky, because, I mean, I would still win because I'm a better player, and I'll eventually know the matchup, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it was just a combination of you being good and the character being annoying for me. But I think it would have adapted for sure. I mean, you also would have get better, but any other Mega Man is like,
no shot. I mean, you lost to Kameme.
I mean, but he's good, right?
Yeah,
he's
true,
the
okay.
best.
Fair. Yeah, and like, it can be frustrating playing against other people, because usually because of character, but like, I know playing you, I feel like I'm playing like at the apex, you know, and I feel like playing you also brings out the best in me. We didn't play a lot, despite like us being like always in the top 4. We played less than I would have expected.
So I went into Genesis feeling really, really good. That was our first set after Smash Factor, I believe.
I remember, so the crowd was loud, obviously, kind of expecting, Leo's losing. Everyone's like, whoa, oh my God, no way. But I remember the people in the backstage were cheering for me. And that is probably the most memorable part for me, because it's literally just all the homies. Hold that.
I told it. I told it.
I like seeing you win, for what it's worth. I don't like upsets. So I'm usually cheering for you.
I still remember I was very happy with how it went. It was hype Smash. I cannot be mad when I play good Smash.
Fair. I feel the same way. Like, even if I lose, if you play good, I think you should be not satisfied, but like happy with how it went. I mean, there were so many moments.
I should have forward smash instead of down smash.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that comes to my mind. I think I would have won.
Yeah, probably. Game 4 curse into Game 5 spaghetti.
Yeah. Sad.
Yeah, I had a lot of spicy moments. The flip kick game 2, the up air combo game 1. The first combo, actually the very first combo, I think is really crazy. It was the Nair, fair to the platform, F tilt, low angle. I remember the low angle, and then Nair flip kick.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, there was some stuff that you did, like down B stuff, like on my side B, like things that you never done before, like before that set,
Yeah.
So I was just like, all right, it's just like main stage. I know what he's gonna do, and then like I saw you doing crazy shit. Something I remember for some reason, I don't know why I thought you were gonna down air me, and I back aired.
Oh,
Even though you were dead,
God,
I was still like trying to fight it. Like I still tried to fight it. I don't know why I thought you were gonna do it, but
That is insane killer instinct to be like, I think I might die here. He's coming for my life. I'm gonna take his. That's cool guy energy.